I wanted to give you guys an update on this tomato and some of the grafts I did on it, and a couple of our other grafting projects. This is a Sungold cherry tomato plant, and I grafted 4 different dwarf tomatoes onto it. Let's see if we can get down here so you can see the graft better. There's one of the grafts right there. You can kind of see where the graft is healed. It's a cleft graft. Still has the grafting clip on it. I'll probably remove that soon, but it's kind of easier to find the graft. And that white substance on the stem there is some diatomaceous earth. Here's the second graft. Then we have some lower down. They're getting harder to find with all this foliage. Okay, here's one right there. You can see the graft healing there. And then there's another one right here. But there's 4 different ones, and 3 of the 4 have blooms on them already. So I'm thinking we might actually get tomatoes on these. But the 4 that I grafted onto here, if I remember correctly, are Kookaburra Cackle and Sleeping Lady, Lemon Ice, and Marlinga. Here's one of the Sleeping Ladies here. Give you an idea what it looks like. But I put it in this cage so we would have some extra support, because I think it's going to need it. Sometimes those grafts can fail if there's a really windy day. I've had that happen a couple of times on some peppers especially. And speaking of peppers, let's go look at the pepper plant. Let me see if I can walk through here. And this is a Sugar Rush cream pepper that I made 8 grafts on this plant, and 7 of them are still alive and growing. Some of them are growing very well. And as a matter of fact, this one here is a Buena Mulata, and it's got a little pepper on it already. I thought that was really cool that it already has a pepper on it. And let me see if I can find the Buena Mulata over here. This is what the Buena Mulata plant looks like. And it's got lots of pepper still on it, even though we've been harvesting. Then we've got another one that's an obviously a different plant. You can see the grafting clip down there. But this is a F3 Black Pearl hybrid, and I'll show you the plant that little graft came from. It's right there. Okay, the Buena Mulata, you saw that. Then there's another one, and all 7 of these grafts that are growing are all different. This is another graft that's got a bloom on it. Some of them can be kind of hard to find. Okay, here's another one. That's why I leave those grafting clips on, so I can find the grafts. But this one's growing very well, and it's got lots of little flower buds, so that's going to be having some peppers on it soon. Then we have one more back here that I accidentally broke part of it off, but it's getting some flowers on it. I might have to stake those up a little bit to give them some added support. I've been trimming some of the main plant back so I can find those grafts easier, because this Sugar Rush cream really grows well. And it's got peppers on it that could be picked right now. And just over here, not far from the Sugar Rush cream, is Cubanelle. And I made a graft on it that I thought failed, but it actually is still alive and starting to grow a little bit. I don't remember what this one was, but hopefully we'll find out later. And the Cubanelle is doing really great. Sitting on more peppers, even though I harvested a whole bunch of them not too long ago. Then we have one more pepper graft over here. We had a lot of rain and this has fallen over, so I need to get that caged up or staked up because that could break if I'm not careful. But on the back side here, whoops, about messed that up. You can see that graft right there. This is an Oda. It's growing very well because these grafts, when I did them on a week when it was rainy and cool, and I just did a whole bunch of them without taking notes, but I can tell what this is. It's an Oda grafted onto a Mega Gold. And then we have one graft that failed there, and another graft that's a blot pepper, and it's just barely starting to grow. Seeing the final results of the grafts might make it look pretty easy, but this is what they look like after a week of cool, cloudy weather. As you can see, they're just barely making it. One thing that I've found that helps quite a bit is to remove as much foliage as possible, even if it's just half a leaf. I covered the largest pepper plant with some shade cloth. With the other plants, I used some landscape fabric to create some shade, and that worked after about 4 or 5 days. As I mentioned before, there's no real practical reason to do these grafts, but it keeps me entertained. Let me know if you've ever done any grafting outside, and don't forget to like and share this video. We'll see you next time.